Hey everybody, welcome to Boardgame. In this episode I'm going to do an unboxing of Gloomhaven by Isaac Childres and Cephalofair Games. And this is, as you can see, a very big box that had 2 successful kickstarters. It's a very popular role-playing game, dungeon crawler with a legacy aspect. So let's go ahead, open the box and see what's inside. Right, Gloomhaven by Isaac Childres. Cephalofair Games. As you can see, I mean, this box is so big it just barely fits my recording frame, and it wasn't shrink wrapped. It had a couple of stickers on the sides which I already took off, because flipping this box around is just, you know, it's dangerous even. You could get squashed. So let's see. In the box we find, this is the second edition, mind you, from the second Kickstarter. We find a booklet with solo scenarios, which I think was added. So there's plenty of these. I'll just go through these very quickly as to not to spoil anything. But you can see there's a lot of nice graphics in there. All the boards are set up. So that's that booklet. Then you have a rule book. And there is also here a QR code, so you can check the gaming rules overview on video, because it is quite a hefty book. There are a lot of rules. They are very well illustrated though, so there's illustrations everywhere to show you what you should know. There's about 51 pages. And a summary here with icons and stuff. That's always handy to have. As you can see, plenty of different sorts of cards. There's difficulty levels as well. The monster keys with colors and everything. So that's in the booklet as well. And well, it's big and it's thick and it's nice and glossy. The paper is very thick. So that is a very well produced rule book. Then we have this binder here. Let's see what that is. So these are the regular games scenarios in even bigger books. So wow, that is just all these. That is just so. Look at that. I mean, wow. This game will keep you busy for years and years and years. 95. That's just incredible. And you can keep track here. There's a treasure index, okay, so the stuff that you found, you can tick those off. All right, so that is pretty nice. I mean, this is an entire book. So yeah, a lot of gameplay. So this is the board, the map of the world. And like I said, it's got some legacy elements. You can replay the game, of course, but as you go, you will be adding stickers onto this map indicating, you know, locales and stuff that you found and that you discovered on this map. And they will be there permanently. And you can continue and continue. And if you ever want to replay from the start, then the world is basically already filled in. There is, however, a vinyl sticker set available online. I'll put the link in the description below. And that means that you can put those on the board and you can peel them off later again. Vinyl stickers. So if you're uncomfortable with making, you know, permanent changes to your board with these regular stickers, then that might be a solution for you. So we have these stickers with all these locations. And that looks pretty cool, and as you can see, they have all these lines, so they match the board. And these as well, so you will discover them as you go. And then these achievement stickers that also go on the board, and you will see what you have achieved. It's pretty nice as well. They're all made like banners. It's a nice touch. So then we have the tiles. Nice and thick. It's not the thickest cardboard I've seen in board games, but it's you know, the regular thickness. It's good enough. And also standees in here that are made of the same cardboard, of course. So, and one of them already punched out automatically, so these punch fairly easily. Just be careful of the little bits where they hold, so you don't rip the artwork, but that should not be a problem. I'll be punching those out later. Here's a second punch board, and as you can see, the tiles are all double-sided. Here is a third one with a lot of tokens. So there's plenty of stuff to punch. And here more on the other side, double-sided. All right, more of those. So another corner corridor and another circular one here, which is also double-sided. Plenty of tokens. Here's a fourth punch board with 2 rooms and plenty of these opponents, I would say. Double-sided. There we go. And another one. More of these guys. And 2 more rooms. All right. And this goes on for a while, because there are plenty of tiles, plenty of monsters and enemies to encounter. I mean, this is why the game is also so popular. It's this just massive RPG dungeon crawler. So much gameplay packed into this gigantic box. And sure, it has a big price tag, but compared to other games with a similar price tag that may have, you know, a lot more miniatures in them instead of standees, that's where the money goes, right? So you're paying for the miniatures, and in this case, most of the enemies that you'll encounter are all standees, and the price is really the gameplay you get with this. There is just so much stuff in this box, all this cardboard and great artwork. I mean, artwork in itself, you know, is not cheap. If you want good artwork like this, well, that costs money, of course, but you're getting plenty. See, and here's another tile. All right, and there's more here. So what I'm saying really is that for the price tag you're paying for this, you're getting a lot of very gorgeous, good-looking stuff, a lot of gameplay. I mean, the time you will spend playing this game, if you completely finish this game with your group, or maybe solo, will be well worth it. So, and it just goes on and on. And there's all these tokens here that go on the board, more enemies. Just check that out. That looks gorgeous. Double-sided again. And another tile. What is that, 12? I lost count, but it says here. So we have more enemies, more of these tokens that go on the board, you know, like obstacles, and you have walls or doors and barrels and, you know, like brambles. So there's more of that, some stairs over there. And here's another one. So we have this. The floor is lava. Is also something you can do in Gloomhaven, apparently. And here is a T section and more of these obstacles to be placed on the boards, double-sided, and that looks really gorgeous. And another one, it just keeps going. Gonna have to pick up the pace. So, right, so more of that stuff here. And I like how all the obstacles have different things on the other side. So there's quite some variation in things that you will encounter. And another one here, 2 big rooms. And some, what are those, sarcophagi? And what's that? That looks like something that can connect. It has these puzzle pieces. Or it's just a very small corridor, 3 doors. I'm not sure. But there's plenty of interesting stuff. Right there, here is a huge room. That's the last of the tiles, 18. So we have some bears and some rocks and more stuff. And this huge room, double-sided. Okay, so those were all the tiles and the tokens and the stuff you punch out. So what else do we have here? We've got 3 of these envelopes, an A, B, and an X. And they are sealed, which means this is something I'm not going to show you because that would be spoiling the game. And this is something you're going to be opening at some point during the game. There is a key here with these runes with the alphabet and the numbers. So you'll be translating some rune language, and you need that key for that. It's almost like a nice postcard from Gloomhaven. So we have that. There is a booklet here, a party sheet that you can use to keep track of where your party is, notes, achievements, the names. There's not a whole lot of them. There's like, what, 5? But if you need more, you can easily photocopy this and just create more, laminate them even. Here's a small sticker sheet with very tiny stickers on it that I think those are conditions and modifiers, so you're gonna be sticking them maybe into your character sheet. And here is a town records book, which is closed. Yep, there's a sticker here, so I'm gonna leave that go. I'm just gonna take a quick peek here. So there's mostly text then. Okay, so that's text that you will be reading when the moment is there. So we have some foam here to keep stuff in place. Here are these trackers that came with the 2nd edition, and people from the 1st edition can get these as well. So they go up to 26 on the one side, and this is your health, and also 26. So we have those, and they even have a nice little bit of artwork on the back. So that's a nice touch. And there's 4 of these, 1 for each player. So let me see if I can just, oh, that doesn't have a bottom, so I'll just take that out like that. Okay, then more stuff here. So we've got this plastic insert at the bottom, and I'll just show that to you like that. So there's lots of cards in there. I'm not going to open them all because there's just so many cards. So we have a stack of these cards with monsters on them, apparently. Stone Golem, Living Bones. Okay, so we have those. We have a little pack of cards with some weapons on them. We have these, and these are basically the stats of your monsters, and you get these envelopes. And there's, let me see, different ones. So we have these envelopes with numbers 1 through 10, and we have envelopes with 1 through 6. And let me see, that's it. So we have 2 types of envelopes, and these are your monster cards. And what you do, like you can see here, you slide them in and you will see only 1 quadrant of them, and the art is in the middle, and it will be 4, 5, 6, 7, probably, you know, level, and the higher its level is, the tougher it gets. So that's how you keep track of the monster stats, which is pretty nifty mechanic. So you can just slide them in and then put them on the table, and you'll see what you're facing. And it's pretty clever. I like that. I have not seen that before. And there are some cards here with locations on them. As you can see, there's a compass kind of star here with numbers that you will find on the map. There are cards here as well with a weapon on it and a +0. So this game doesn't use dice like you may be used to from other dungeon crawlers. It does everything with cards. And here are some cards as well. Streamliner. So these are achievements that you're trying to get while doing your quests. Here are the stands for all those standees you're going to be using. So we have those. We have a couple of tokens here with all these symbols on them. Are those actually wooden tokens? So that's pretty cool. We have a whole slot of cards over here with more of these cards you draw with modifiers during combat. We have some items here. And there's more of these over here. So there's different rarities apparently. So let me see, where did I put those other ones? So we have these are red. So these are, I'm supposing these are stretch goals or second edition stuff that got added. I'm not sure because the numbers go on, and you have these blue ones which supposedly are rare items, and these must be common items. Then there is a deck of cards with some text on it, looks like a diary. All right. We have another deck of cards with road events, so stuff that happens on the way. And at the back it tells you what happens when you choose option A or B. So there's a bit of decision making in the game. What will you do and what will the outcome be? And here's some city events, the same. So stuff can happen in cities and on the road. And then you will see, oh, there's a couple of more cards here. These are player reference cards, and well, I don't know what these are yet. So another deck of cards that goes here. Then you have all these big, envelopes, small boxes, more likely. So these are the player cards and stuff, everything that your characters will need. And you have these, and at some point you will find that they are sealed. You have the seal on them. That means that at some point you're going to be retiring your first 6 starting characters, which are these that you can choose from. And because as you advance through the game, as you progress, you'll encounter new characters that you can use as heroes, and then you will be opening those one by one. So there's plenty of those to go around. Lots of characters, lots of heroes, and that's pretty exciting. So you'll find out what they are once you get there. So let's just look at these first 6. Let's just randomly pick one. This one looks nice with the daggers. So that one also has a character with the corresponding icon over here. So this is the miniature belonging to that character. So here we go. And there she is, a rogue with the dagger there. Very nicely detailed miniature. So each of them has their own little box, which is also handy if you decide to paint them. You can store them safely in there, and they come with this envelope of stuff. I should be a little bit more careful. So they each have these tokens. Well, I don't know if each of them has them. Maybe all the characters are so different that they have different kinds of stuff in the envelope, but this one has these tokens. We have more of those modifier cards specifically for that character, for that profession. And there's a deck of cards also specifically for her. As you can see, the scoundrel it is, then a scoundrel. So that goes into that envelope as well. Your scoundrel character card. See, and here's where you can put the conditions. and the stuff that you can do is all explained on here. You've got a side where you can place your active cards, lost items, discarded items. You can track stuff here, and on the back there's a bit of backstory. So that's what you will find, and you also get a booklet of, like we saw, of the main party, only specifically for your human scoundrel. So you'll find all that in these envelopes, and well, there's plenty of them, like I said, and that is everything that you will see in a box of Gloomhaven. Thanks for watching. And that was the unboxing of Gloomhaven by Cephalofair Games. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. And I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.